Par Save Productions is coming back at you with the exciting conclusion of the Cedar Creek Open 2020. We have the Final 9 coverage. It's a fun combination on the mostly east course here at Cedar Creek, as they have 3 courses in total, brought to you by OTB Disc, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and Gravity Disc. Myself, Ben Kroll, on the mic.
And Derek Sahr, and we play for the Final 9 at Cedar Creek Open every year. Every pro wants to get onto this Final 9, and here we are. We got Cale, we got Noah, we got Mitch, and we got Collin.
Yeah, we had some gamers here, all residing in Minnesota. Some of our top players in the sport here in Minnesota. And your boy Cale leading them all. He has a few strokes here going into the Final 9, and he knows he's got his motto, always be birdieing. He's always looking to get that next birdie. That's what it takes out here. It's a grind. Fighting through the tree, and he's going to give himself a little look. Not exactly as close as he probably wants to be, especially this kind of wind right now. And Collin had a really good third round on our Cedar Creek Central course, the toughest of the 3. Good little shot, getting a little tag on the limb, and he came up just a little short.
Yeah, and these guys are just playing the normal hole 1 here on East. Noah, seeing Collin's shot, hopefully gonna just replicate that. And I think he does a little better.
Yeah, it's tough to keep it underneath the limbs like he did and still get it to the hole. I think the headwind actually helped keep it gliding a little longer as well. Mitch, very good putter thrower. He loves this PA3 that he's throwing right now.
Oh, it just said, "Oh, excuse me, tree. I need to go a little lower."
Yeah, he also went just underneath that branch that you kind of need to if you're not going to hit the exact center line.
Wow, great putt from Cale with that wind ripping off of that cornfield.
Yep, good way to assert the dominance. Make sure you don't lose an easy stroke right away to the card. That left to right wind on the angle of his disc, that was crazy what it just did right there.
Yeah.
Way to play it from Noah. Takes a lot of practice to learn that type of shot.
Collin being pretty close here. A little left, but in is in.
Yeah, Mitch doesn't have much left here to solidify the star frame, and great way to start for this pro card on the Final 9.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that right there. Good old star birdie.
I love watching the replays and watching the hats just kind of pop a little bit.
Yeah. No movement. Same old, same old.
Yeah, and now we're getting into some of the fun holes. They're going to be combining hole 2 to 3 on the normal East course. So we're playing a big 445-foot par 3 with OB everywhere. OB streets, OB in the corner, soybean field. And this is a very difficult hole to get a deuce on, and a lot of trouble to be had if you're going to be that aggressive. Cale pulling out his H3 V2. A lot of wind. I think this has potential to get all the way there, but he's also playing a much more safer shot than if he was going like a distance driver.
Wow, yeah, that takes a lot of trust to be able to throw a disc and trust it not to hyzer out into the street. What a great shot. And Collin, he's going forehand. I was kind of hoping he'd go backhand and try to get this 2.
Yeah, you're kind of taking the 2 out of it by trying to throw forehand, although that's a very aggressive lane. I am very surprised at the shot he just took. And I like this. And if the wind is the same as before, that right to left, you can really get a good rip into it and let it bring you back. But it takes a lot of trust as well. This thing, hard to tell.
He looks like he likes it.
Yeah, at least it's safe and should be a look to get up and down for a 3. Mitch is going hyper aggressive. One of his D2s.
Oh yeah, looks like it's got a good angle. As long as it stays off that tree. Oh no.
Yeah, just hit that tree and he's right by the next tee pad, and that's not so bad. Getting some knuckles from the card.
It's got to get some action, and no, it doesn't quite.
The grass is always pretty thick out here at Cedar Creek, especially this time of the year.
And Mitch has got Ryan Sheldon on the bag.
Probably to loosen the arm straps a little bit, to be able to put it on, I bet.
Yeah. Ryan, I'm sure, was in the mix as well, trying to get to the final 9. Not quite this year, and Mitch just throws a gem of an upshot.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that kind of looked like an ultimate toss there, that little like floater riser.
Yeah, and he's going to be just a little short, kind of looking at it. He's got about 20, 25 feet left. There's a lot of wind. You want to be as short as you can on your putts. No giving that a great run.
Oh my God, boys.
Come on, boys. That would have been a pretty crazy 3 if you could have put that in.
There's some good wind ripping here, and Cale's about 20 feet out, 22 feet maybe.
Yeah, these are tough putts. Final 9. They probably have a little bit of a crowd.
And that's right, you hear some ambulance coming through. Somebody fell on a longboard, had a pretty bad accident. So if you guys do hear some ambulance coming through the park, that's what's going on.
Cale, a lot of wind, tricky lie. Didn't look very committed either though on that putt.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and 4's not the worst thing on this hole. It's a very hard hole to get a 2 on, but it's very also hard to not try to go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're playing in front of usually a crowd, or you're trying to make a move on some of these players. You very rarely want to lay up when you're playing in the final 9.
And you can see even these little shorties, they're making sure they jam it in there. And some good pars, honestly. I mean, with this much wind, once you get up to that green, it really starts to rip. The wind is, you have nothing blocking it at all.
And Cale's lead down to 2. Noah's right there.
Back to this par 4, 570 feet. These guys just want to play out into the open, getting it kind of where their shot would be for the normal east hole, and then playing all the way over to the rock hole.
Yeah, this is just the next 2 holes combined, and keeping the disc as straight as you can off this tee shot is important. Noah trying to flex a forehand. I don't know if that's just because he feels more comfortable hitting the gap that way, because you really don't want the disc to finish too hard right, or you're really going to cut your line off. Mitch here, he's been loving this H3V2 that he got from Cale. He never really wanted to switch over to him. He was loving his F3 so much. And then Cale gifted this one, and he threw an ace with it, one of the first times throwing it.
Jeez.
At Wobbin, and it's been in his bag since. Great looking shot there from him, and Mitch is going to be looking at a fairly easy up and down from there. Cale throwing that really flippy M4. Just knows his angles with that disc so well.
Ooh, I think we're going to see something pretty special here.
Wouldn't this be something crazy if he somehow got this thing to bend back? He's probably got the right wind for it. Actually, I don't know. It might be Taylor. It might be really pushing him down.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And he hits the pine.
It did drop down, but he is almost dead in the water here.
Yeah, he's going to have to hope for a miracle shot here to get it close.
Ooh, that was a really good looking shot. Just had to miss that one tree. And he is best case scenario right now, a bogey.
Cale looking right down the fairway, down this tunnel.
Do it. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Yep, just absolutely perfect. Putting the pressure on the rest of the card to try to match.
Mitch also with a great shot there. Even himself with about 25 right and deep. Noah just putting it close. Amazing shot out of Noah there with one of his putters.
Especially knowing that Cale's underneath the basket pretty much. Such a long, effortless jumper for... He's not going for it, but just for his upshot even. Just makes it look so easy.
Mitch making a little bit of a move here. And boom, that is a big putt.
He's going to be flip-flopping here with Collin, it looks like. Jump man, jump man, jump man, jump man.
Yeah, you'll be up by 2 strokes on Mitch, and he'll hit 2 big jumpers in a row, and next thing you know, you're down by 2 strokes on Mitch. It's just how he is.
He's got such confidence with that putting stroke. He really can get into a good rhythm and get on fire during a round.
Collin with a tough bogey there, and yeah, Mitch climbing the ranks. Good birdies. Tough bogey for Collin.
And Cale still with that 2-stroke lead. Mitch and Collin flip-flopping spots. Noah's really trying to make a push here on Cale. And all you can do is just keep going for birdies. And we were playing the normal, I believe it's hole 5 on the course, but hole 4 right now during coverage. Actually, hole 6 on the course, but hole 4 here during coverage, 210 feet. You're just trying to throw that straight shot. Most of these guys are probably throwing mids at the hole. You just want to give yourself a putt. That's all you can do.
Noah looking very similar to his east shot here, but a little shorter. Still in the range. Absolutely in the range.
Yep, and Mitch actually taking that H3V2. Must be feeling very comfortable with the release point right now. I know he's a player that plays by feel, and he likes throwing the same disc if he feels like he knows what line to put it on.
Flip.
But he hit an early tree. Not a bad kick back, but it's a long putt for him to hit if he's going to hit one.
Yeah. And he is the guy to hit one, too. Cale. Oh.
But last tree before getting into the green, and he's going to be about 60 feet back. Noah looking to maybe get another stroke even on him.
Looks really straight from Collin. Oh, and about the same spot as Cale there.
He almost got that back door, but got one of those skinny trees on the right side, kicking over to where Cale's disc was. This will be something special here for Mitch.
Sit.
Pretty picturesque spot where his disc landed, just let the team prodigy right in the sunlight. This is kind of cool.
I think he planned that.
Yeah, he probably did.
And got one tree in the way, but well within Collin's range.
Man, he's had so many putts off the band today.
Yeah, we saw that a lot during the third round coverage. Hitting that band. It's right on line. Cale, similar distance. He might be going to the other side of the tree, going with that left side straddle putt.
Yeah, you're right. He does it seems like he feels more comfortable with that other side.
Yeah.
And you can see why.
That was a huge moment, knowing that Noah was half the distance to the basket than he was.
And he putt left side of the tree and then landed left side in the basket. Oh.
And he knows, get skinny, sit down. But yeah, Mitch is his boy.
Mm-hmm.
Cale always having fun out on the course, especially when he's winning and doing well.
What a putt from Noah. Ice in the veins.
That was huge. You know, you thought he was going to get a stroke. Cale hits a big putt, and then the pressure gets put back on you, and Noah handled that pressure very well.
And now Mitch to keep his lead over Collin for that third place spot. Oh no.
I'm not sure if some headwind got that. He just pushed it up high. But that was not what Mitch wanted. Very unfortunate. And now he's got to get the nerves to hit this comeback putt from about the same distance. Yep, solid shot. Unfortunately for his bogey.
And now we got a tie. Wow, this is a very, very close final nine right now. Holy moly.
Yeah, we got two battles going on.
Yep.
Cale got 2 strokes here still over Noah. Those guys both getting birdies on that last hole. And Collin and Mitch tied now for that third position. Again, just these final 4 here, so there's nothing to lose for those guys. And this is fun to watch. Again, playing the really tight hole, hole 5, par 3, 245 feet. That inside hyzer flip putter is the shot, and these guys all have it in the bag. This is a hole that we could see 3 out of the 4 of these guys getting a birdie on, or we could see even a bogey if you get a bad kick.
Yeah, and man, I feel like you can cut the tension with the knife. You know, it's pretty just amazing that we get to watch this coverage here and commentate on it. That's all because of you guys. I mean, $3,000 in less than a week was raised to be able to get this coverage as Noah just bases the hole and puts the pressure on Cale. So thank you guys so much for allowing us to do this. We really, really appreciate it.
Cale looking like he's matching the shot very well. These two guys are just going at it. This is fun to watch. Collin trying to get his final 9 going. Wow.
Very inside and finds a way to the basket.
That was pretty incredible that got all the way there.
Mitch, a much more conventional route, getting a little straight on him, but not a too far of a putt for him from there.
Off the band, having to go through the woods there. And looks like the other 3 are going to be tapping in for their birdies. That is pretty awesome there. See that many birdies. Mitch even right there, almost hitting his as well.
Yeah, you can see, you know, Mitch may have missed that putt, but he's always such a great card mate to play with. He's smiling, he's having a good time with everybody, and all of these guys all know each other pretty dang well, so everybody's in great spirits.
Yeah, Cale still keeping that 2-stroke lead. Collin getting a stick on Mitch now in that battle for 3rd place.
Now they are just playing the normal hole here. This is hole 6 of the final 9, par 3, 245 feet. You want to play a little flexy forehand. That path is out of bounds, and you do have some treachery behind the basket as well. It really falls off behind it, so you don't want to go too far on this shot.
Yeah, I think this is a great final 9 hole. A lot of strokes, a lot of different things can happen as we have that creek through the middle of the hole as well. That's OB.
Christ, that was distracting as shit.
Something about that.
Noah talking about something going on behind the tee pad that he didn't like. Felt like it was distracting. Like there was people in the woods moving around.
Oh, I'll give it a chance, dude.
And both of him and Cale not looking too great there. Should be fairly easy up and downs, but it can get tricky on this green though.
Yeah, and you know, Mitch and Collin both see that as an opportunity to get a stroke. I know there's not a lot of golf left, but anything could happen in just a couple of holes.
Good angle from Collin, but so much speed. He's way down the hill.
Hey, and a Jesse.
Jesse getting a good view of where that disc ended up. Not a good result for Mitch. He's in a difficult position.
Keep going.
That is insane. I thought there was no way he was getting them down from there.
Tip of the cap to your forehand there, Mitch. That was insanely impressive, man.
Great shot from Noah. Saving his 3. Forcing Cale to have to try to do the same.
Yep. As long as Cale can match, that's all he's going for.
Yep.
And Collin's at almost the bottom of this hill.
I heard Derek Sahr. That's all I heard.
Did I just get a shout out from Collin? See how lucky he got? Yeah. Shout me out more, Collin. See all the luck that happens?
Yeah, I got the tree, kept him within 10 feet. They're all going to be tapping in their threes and moving on. I don't even know why we played this hole. That wasn't exciting at all.
Yeah, no kidding. I was expecting maybe a little bit of motion there.
After seeing those tee shots, I don't know how they all got their pars. That was insane.
Yeah, and still no movement at all. Nothing's going on, but they're running out of holes to catch Cale.
They really are, and this is his style of hole 7. Very straight tunnel shot. Again, a little bit of a ceiling, but not too worried about it throwing a mid-range. You can easily get there keeping it low. Yeah, this is a hole that Noah just has to keep putting the pressure on. Right now he's got the tee box, and he needs to keep the tee box if he wants to make Cale think about him and not just come up and make it feel like he's just been a walk through the park today.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, too. And look at that shot.
Stay up. Yeah, you can see it just start to get a little nose down. Probably about 40 feet, well within Noah's range. Would have liked to put a little closer to really put the pressure on Cale.
Cale really, when he plays this tournament, as you and I both know, Ben, he can get to a point where the final line starts and there's no catching him. He's so far ahead, it just doesn't matter. So in a way, I'm saying it's nice to see somebody putting a little bit of pressure on Cale because he truly is the king of these courses.
Yeah, he's just so consistent out here and makes it look so easy too. Collin fading off to the left, leaving the door open here for Mitch, who's going a little bit higher speed, going up to his H3. Again, must have something going on with this disc he's feeling good about. That looks money. It's not too long.
Great shot, Mitch.
Pretty long jumper here for Collin. A little bit of wind.
Yeah, and a low ceiling. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Very solid.
Such a great putt. Low ceiling, kept it driving.
No, just a little high there. Might have been expecting more drop than he got from the wind.
Mitch.
Solid putt. That was not easy with that wind.
He's just yelling. He's happy. These guys are just enjoying themselves in this final 9.
It's always fun to play in front of a crowd, play in front of a few people. We only have 2 A tiers here in Minnesota. This is one of them, so always prestigious to be up there playing in front of that many people.
Yeah. And Cale, this would pick up a stroke as well. Extending his lead against Noah. Not much golf left. Cale's showing his true colors where he just so consistent. You just have to birdie everything to be able to do something against him.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that might have been it right there. Noah losing the stroke.
Hole 8, par 3, just the little shorty through the woods. We know this can be a score separator, as we saw in the first coverage of East. We saw something pretty crazy happen here, and I mean, anything could happen. Yeah, we still got 2 holes left, and they're score separators.
Yeah, and I've seen 4s happen on this hole. I don't foresee them happening on this card. I think everyone's going to make pretty easy work of this hole today.
Well, 1 for 1.
Mitch might be trying to ring one up or something. I don't know.
Collin with a jump putt.
Kind of like jump throw.
Yep.
Great shot.
It's just such a long jump putt. I could 165-foot jump putt. It's not in my repertoire.
Mitch, that PA3 that he's loving. He was trying to ring it up, that's for sure. Almost skipping too long. He's getting pretty close to that path back there. Noah, a little frustrated now. Knows he's out of it. I don't really see him falling any further than second place, though, so. Be a fun putt to hit. Just lifted there, look.
Yeah, as this starts to wind down, Cale's got a pretty healthy lead over the pack. But this third place battle is really, really close. Collin just having Mitch by a stroke. Keeps the lead. Noah with the par and Cale with the birdie. Pretty much 99.997% solidifying it for Cale at this point.
Yeah, Cale's ready to just walk it in, I believe, at this point, and he's earned it. He's had a, we've been actually on coverage with Cale the entire time for the tournament, and it's been fun to watch. He knows these courses very well. He has extreme confidence here at Cedar Creek Open. He's very good friends with the TD, Trevor Boehne, and it's our last hole, hole 18. Sorry, hole 9, I guess, for the final 9. My apologies.
No.
Let's at 475 feet, a par 3. I can't tell if we're going all the way back to the rock hole or not. But
Yeah.
Typically where they would play for this last final shot of the round.
Yeah, there's this little tee pad. I'm not sure if it was maybe for the original course, but there's a little tee pad here. And it just kind of points off into oblivion, and so they're playing from this tee pad all the way to the rock hole. And
oh my God!
Great looking pull from Collin, just a great angle.
Close to the rock hole. It's to the bullseye pin, if that makes sense, because they have those side games at the Cedar Creek Open where you have to hit a bullseye to get a prize, and there's a lot more to it, but you have to show up to find out.
That's right. I know which one you're talking about. It is so much fun to play all the side games here at Cedar Creek, which is what makes this tournament one of the best tournaments that I get to play every year almost. Mitch almost outdoing Collin. And Collin's a bomber, too.
Mm-hmm.
Noah really turned that out of his hand early. He's trying to do a little too much with it.
Yeah, it should be pretty routine for Noah here.
A little meat on the bone, but I got confidence he'll hit that putt. Not that it really matters at this point.
Cale, tired of being in the sun all day, playing the shade golf.
He was, I think, half running that. It was just low because he had some good pace on it.
And this is a big putt for Mitch. Oh, the pressure is on to Collin now to hold his third place lead. And Noah, more of a formality than anything. What a tournament by Noah. Got to commentate for him quite a bit. And this is a pretty big putt for Collin here. And what a tournament from Collin as well. Mitch shooting that insanely hot round on Central, but there we are. The 2020 Cedar Creek Open champion,
There you go, Trevor Boehne
he
with the
says it better than
announcement.
I do.
Yeah, Cale just owns this event. Again, big shout out to our sponsors, OTB Disc, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and Gravity Disc. Cale representing here.
Number 7.
You heard him there, number 7 here at Cedar Creek. He is a monster. Again, extreme confidence. It's been fun, man. I had a good time hanging out with y'all. Ben Kroll signing off.
Derek Sahr signing off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And take care, guys.